Good morning and welcome to the Connections pre-show. My name is Layla.
And I am Andy.
And we are so thankful that you are joining us today. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. I was gone, so Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I missed you all.
We
Thank
missed you. Thanks for
putting up with
coming
me
back.
being gone. The show was way better in my absence.
Well, duh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Good one.
Just kidding. I'm very glad that you're back.
Yeah. This New Year's starting off great.
I feel complete.
Aw, so do I. How was your week?
It was very good. I've been just really tired.
Yeah?
Obviously, we tried to have a hangout session yesterday, and I'm like,
You're like, it was like 9 o'clock,
so
and you're
fun.
like, we're past my bedtime. I was up till 4 in the morning watching your show yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 3.
So I think it's because my kids have been on break for 2 weeks, and
so
it's
you're
exhausting.
It throws your whole schedule off.
Yeah.
No, Skylar's been home from school, and I hear him yelling at his PC at 1 in the morning. I was like, dude, go to bed.
PC.
Yeah.
Is that what he says to the PC?
No. You gotta be kidding me! Come on! Smashes the table. Yeah. I'm trying to sleep here. I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So Monday morning is going to be a rude awakening for my kiddos and for myself because I haven't been getting up.
You'll be back in the flow immediately. I pick up the flow quick again.
I'm afraid I'm going to sleep in. It's my fear. So I'm going to turn up
18
my
alarm
alarm and put it in the other room so it'll scare me.
So it forces you to get up and walk and turn it off? Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Are you a sleep timer person, or do you not use the sleep button?
Like snoozing my alarm?
Snoozing, sorry,
yes,
I should say snooze.
I did it this morning, too.
I snooze all the time.
Yeah,
Angie hates
it's
it. Because I will set my
It's a
alarm an
terrible
hour
habit.
before I have to get up, and I'll just be like...
Yep,
Because
exactly.
to me, I'm like, well, I can slowly wake up. All right.
Yeah.
If you guys use the snooze button or the snooze feature on your phone, let us know.
Yeah, or if you're just a morning person in general, give us some tips.
Yep. We want to direct you, as always, to our QR code. That is our digital connections card. We'd love to hear from you. Again, whether you're first time, long time, or just want to reach out and say hello.
That's right.
Cool. Do you got a joke or anything for us? Let's start off the new year right.
I do. Okay.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna. 2022's passed. Stone-faced Andy's gone.
Oh, yes.
We're changing it up this year.
Oh, I love this.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a. All right, let's go.
Okay. You know why crabs never give to charity, Andy?
I don't know, because they're in a bad mood.
Because they're shellfish.
Heh. Told you I wouldn't be stone-faced anymore.
I love the new response. It was a good one, though.
Thank you.
Right?
It's only going to get better. I wish I had some nerdy things to talk about movies. I haven't really... Everything I've been watching has been TV shows we were kind of talking about yesterday. Yeah. So it's hard to really direct somebody to watch a show right in the middle of stuff. But
didn't you say that Avatar
was great? Yes.
Yeah.
I saw Avatar, loved it. I'm a nerd, and as a dad, I really there's a big family component to it, which I liked, and parents and stuff, and how you deal with kids and wanting to protect them, but have to let the kids kind of go out on their own stuff. So I'm sitting there the whole time. I'm because Skylar went with me,
You're
so I'm just
up.
oh man. I'm like, Angie Layla would be laughing at me right now because I'm crying at Avatar, but that's okay.
My eyes are sweating.
I'm like, it's dusty in here. But yeah, so definitely check that out.
Love it.
Cool?
Cool.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we move forward?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, in that case...
Is this a quiz? Oh, that's my cue. All right, we're going to have a chili cook-off, hence the tooting tune behind us.
Yep.
This is going to be for the Men's of Connections. This is an event for Men's of Connections.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to occur on January 20th. You can bring your best chili to be judged. So that sounds very exciting.
I'm looking forward to that.
Andy's going to be there the whole time doing his tooting tune.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
I have to make sure. When is it again? No.
January 20th. And I don't see the times on here, but I believe that you can sign up on the events tile.
Yep, as always.
Our favorite tile.
Our favorite tile.
Oh.
And I would also look out for... Oh, sorry.
And on the website.
The website, and I'm sure if you look at our social medias, it will be blasted the week of, so that way we can make... And I didn't say blasted because it's another
no pun
euphemism
intended.
for farting.
It'll be exploded
it'll
the
be
week
It'll be an
of.
explosive event that everyone wants to show up for. It will...
We're going to get fired.
Yep. Oh, right. Now, this is the men's event for this month, but there's a women's event, too, that you have some notes on. So why don't you go ahead and quickly tell us about that?
Yes. So the ladies are not going to be tooting it up for the New Year's event. They are going to have something a little bit more classy because we're ladies. We're going to have a potluck.
Ooh.
And this potluck is going to occur on Saturday, January 14th. So this is coming up. It is from 12 to 2. It'll be here at Connections. Sherry and Angie are going to bring the main dish. But if you are interested, you can obviously sign up through the events tile, and then you will need to bring a dish to pass.
Ooh.
So 2 very fun men's and women's events to kick off the New Year's.
Yep.
One's in style, and one is classy.
Yeah, I like that. That's very nice. Wow. Did you just come up with that?
I did.
Man.
I think it was the tooting anthem. It's got me
Yeah, I
all
know. I got you.
fired up.
Oh, boy. Speaking of fired up and speaking of toots, we have our Winter Blitz 2023 coming up. Sorry, it is a youth group event, so I know I've gone to hundreds of these. Trust me.
They're too-terrific?
They're too-terrific.
Oh, we can't even deal with a chilly event. This is terrible.
Anyway, this is on January 27th through 29th. This is for students for all students, both boys and girls, for grades 6 through 12. Cost is $50. That's like less than half of what camp normally is. There's limited spaces available, and you can sign up on our website events link. Pretty sure if you have any other questions, if you reach out through that, Josh, our new youth pastor, can get back with you on that. It's actually closer than where we've gone in the past, so that's always a plus for me because driving home after a long weekend is always a little tough. But it's going to be a great time. We'd love to have as many students as we can to fill those limited spaces. Yeah. So talk about it with your parents. Parents, ask your kids if they want to go, whether you go to our church or not. Send them. We'd love to have them.
Yes.
It would be a great time.
Yeah, and I think that there's still quite a few spaces left.
Yes, there are quite a few spaces left. Which happens, we would love to have as many as we can go, like I said. And again, that is January 27th through the 29th. Who doesn't want to get rid of their kids for a weekend? I won't, because I'm going with mine.
All right. Well,
at this point, I think people don't want to hear from us anymore, do they?
No,
I don't want to hear from me anymore. I want to hear from you, but not me. We're going to turn over to Lexy, who's going to have another awesome question to ask our church. And then when we come back, we're going to answer that same exact question, and we hope you do too in our chat. So take it over, Lexy.
You guys hear me? Perfect. Good morning, Connections. All right, so long story short, the past couple weeks have been pretty rough for me. I am struggling with an ACL injury. If you want to hear about it, gladly come up and ask me about it. I'll gladly share it. But with that being said, I'm going to ask people today what their worst injury has ever been. So we're going to go find out. Hey, good morning. I'm going to ask you a question really quick.
All right.
Okay. What is the worst injury you've ever had?
Paper cut. Really? That's
really?
You don't have, yeah.
What's your name?
Shad. I've never
Shad?
had any surgery. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Lexy.
Nice to meet you, Lexy.
Paper cut, really?
No, it would be the worst. That's the worst. They hurt the worst.
All right, next person. Good morning. What's your name?
Daphne.
Daphne, it's nice to meet you. I'm Lexy. I'm asking people this morning what their worst injury has ever been.
Ooh, yeah. I've been very lucky. Really haven't had anything bad. Broke a finger once. That's about it.
Broke a finger.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty lucky.
That is lucky. That's awesome. All right, next person. Let's keep going. Hey, good morning. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your name?
Naomi.
Naomi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Lexy. I'm just going around and asking people at our church what their worst injury has been.
My worst injury? Back in 2012, I crushed a vertebrae in my back.
That's a bad one. Yikes. And you're good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How long was that recovery process?
About 6 months.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy you're okay. That's awesome. Wow. That's a good one. The last person told me paper cut was their worst injury. Paper cut? Crazy. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm going to keep asking people. Hey, good morning. What's your name?
Mark.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Lexy. I'm asking people today what their worst injury has ever been.
What the worst injury's ever been? A burned back when I was a kid, my back.
How did that happen?
Sitting by a fireplace.
Oh my gosh. What was what happened after that? What was the healing process?
My shirt caught on fire, went outside, actually rolled on the ground in the snow, and then ended up going to the hospital. So,
What did they end up doing for that?
It was just third degree, but they didn't do a skin graft at that time. They just put bandages on, and it was in bandages for several months, actually, while it healed.
Yikes. That sounds painful.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the worst injuries I've ever had, I think.
Yikes. That's a good one. Another person told me paper cut earlier was their worst injury.
Yeah.
You totally beat them with that one.
Living a good life.
Yeah,
I guess, then.
right. Well, it's nice to meet you. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Andy and Layla. I'm curious, you two, what is the worst injury you two have ever had?
This is quite the question this
This is
morning.
quite the question. Yeah, I was sitting there going, I'm like, after the first two, I was like, I got this in the bag. And then I'm like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Nope.
They got intense.
Anyway, you want to start?
Yeah, so probably can't see it very well with the lighting, but I have a plate and 6 screws in my wrist because I was roller skating with my daughter and kept her from falling, and then I fell and did like a buckle fracture, but I like shredded all of my bones here in my wrist.
Hey.
It's very lumpy. I call them my lady lumps. And I did not, even though I asked for this, get a web shooter
Oh,
in the surgery.
that makes sense to me. I would
So
ask for the same
mad.
thing.
Yeah. What about you?
I've been very fortunate when I was younger, like didn't break bones when I was a kid or anything. But I have had 3 broken noses.
Ooh.
And the last one was the absolute worst. The first one, my nose went that way, just full of, because the guy, I was playing basketball and somebody elbowed me from in front. So my nose that way. The next one was just smashed, but the final one hit and it just, everything went. My kids came to see me in the hospital and they were all just, they just started crying.
Oh my
Because my
gosh.
face was so swollen and everything.
Was the last one from a fight? Bar
No.
fight?
Nope.
Oh.
Basketball again.
You gotta like.
That's why I stopped playing
You
basketball.
need better stories.
I know. I'm like, yeah, basketball.
My co-host Layla punched me in the nose during the
Yep,
pre-show.
because I did not laugh at her joke.
Nah.
Anyway,
Well,
we want to hear from you guys.
Yes.
Hopefully,
What was
you
your
don't
worst
have
injury?
many injuries.
Yeah.
But those of you that have, we're thankful that you're free of those, hopefully, and you're talking with us here. But we would love to hear from you about that or anything else. Just
Yeah.
write us. We'd love to talk to you
Yes,
guys.
absolutely.
What do we got coming up here?
So we have the New to Connections dinner party coming up, which is an amazing event, and it happens, I believe, monthly.
I think so. Once a month.
Monthly, yes. So you can sign up for this if you are new to Connections through our events tile or through our app, and it is
Or
held.
the actual website itself,
Yes.
too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said events tile or our app. I meant
Yes.
events tile
Yep.
or website. This is why I need you here, because I'm like, blah, 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 and I don't even realize what I'm saying incorrectly.
You're not saying it incorrectly. You just had to add to it. That's all.
That's right. Good perspective. So this is at the Woolheise's house, which I got to see for the first time last night.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful house.
Beautiful house.
people.
Awesome people.
Yes.
And this is the next one is on February 10th. So mark your
10th.
calendars. You got
Yes.
some time to plan it.
Yeah.
Somebody from our staff always shows up to one of these, so you get to meet them and talk and kind of ask questions
Yeah.
and just get to kind of know us outside of church.
Yeah.
Because we're who we are. We're the same people you see here, but it's always great to get to know people more and stuff like that than a normal Sunday will allow.
Yeah,
So,
and you get to meet some other folks that are new to Connections too. So
Yep.
that's
It's a
always
win-win-win.
great. Yes,
I
wins
like 3
all
wins.
around.
All wins all the time. We have a new message series starting, don't we?
Yes,
What is that
yeah.
about?
So this new series is starting today. It's called Breathing Room.
Breathing Room.
And we are going to learn how to, slow down, relax a little, and keep our minds, bodies, and emotions strong.
Oh.
I am pumped about this. Obviously, it's fitting for, New Year's resolutions,
resolutions, but
starting the new year off right.
But it's also fitting after a hectic year that just came up
Yes.
to kind of start, refresh, take a minute, and that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to this a lot.
Yes, I am too. I'm not quite sure how many weeks this one is.
You're going to be as
but
surprised as we are.
Yes.
Just like my
And
kids at Christmas and me, because I don't know what they got either.
On this topic, before we, log off here for the pre-show, do keep in mind when you're watching services, you can go through our notes tile through the church app, and you can keep track of the notes while Dave is speaking on this new series, which is perfect. And then at the end of it, you can email the notes to you to reflect on for later on through the week.
That's all in our app, huh?
All in our app.
Nice.
We're so smart.
We are so smart. Well, we're not so smart. The people that make the apps are smart.
Somebody here is smart.
Somebody here is really smart.
We just do tooting anthems. I feel like you should do a tooting anthem to send us off.
We will. We got a few more seconds
We
here.
do.
But we want to thank those that volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
We also want to reach out to you. If you're watching or if you are coming here and you're watching this back later, if you feel the need to help out or feeling the call to help, we need as much help as we can get here. Church does not happen without volunteers. So you can reach out either through here, through our website, through our social media, through any number of ways, and our pastors will get back to you, because there is a spot. If you have a certain niche where you want to help out, there is a spot for you. It's amazing how many different areas we have that we can help out and do here. So
Absolutely.
one of those ways is our band, and we're going to turn it over to them, and we hope you guys have an awesome week. See you later.
Bye.